Let us start with a truth most people do not talk about at parties. We are living in the loneliest period in recorded human history. In 2023, the United States Surgeon General declared loneliness a public health crisis. Not bad company for heart disease and opioid addiction, right? Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that nearly half of adults report feeling lonely on a regular basis. That is not just some sad vibe, it is a biological red alert. And here is where it gets darkly fascinating. Chronic loneliness increases your risk of early death as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yes, you heard that right. Feeling disconnected might be just as deadly as chain-smoking Marlboros. The irony? You can be surrounded by thousands of followers and still feel completely invisible. Your social needs are like a Wi-Fi signal, strong, essential, and constantly searching. And in modern life, most people are stuck with one bar in the corner of the screen, desperately buffering for connection. So what did we do? Naturally, like any species with opposable thumbs and bad coping strategies, we turned to social media, the great digital campfire, the place where everyone is always on, always there, and yet somehow you still feel completely alone. Now, on the surface, social media looks like a gift-wrapped solution to loneliness. You can message anyone, comment on anything, and get a heart emoji from your ex's cousin in under 5 seconds. But here is the kicker. Real social interaction is not measured in likes. It is measured in laughter, body language, awkward silences, and eye contact that makes you want to look away. Getting digital validation instead of genuine connection is like replacing a home-cooked meal with a bag of Cheetos. Sure, it is salty, it is crunchy, it gives your brain a little zap of joy, but it is not nourishing, it is not enough. Several peer-reviewed studies, including research from Stanford and the University of Pennsylvania, show that increased time on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook correlates with higher feelings of isolation, depression, and anxiety. The more you scroll, the worse you feel. But your brain does not get it. It is still chasing that next notification like it means something. Why? Because these platforms are designed with intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological trick used in slot machines. You swipe, 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 nothing, and then boom, a like, a match, a notification. Your brain lights up like a slot machine jackpot, and just like that, you are back in the loop. It is Tinder meets Las Vegas, only instead of losing your money, you are hemorrhaging your emotional stability. Now we enter the weirdest corner of loneliness, digital solitude, where you are never technically alone, but you still feel it in your bones. Enter parasocial relationships. These are the one-sided emotional bonds we form with influencers, streamers, podcasters, basically anyone with a ring light and a charismatic tone. You know more about your favorite YouTuber's breakfast routine than your own cousin's birthday. And here is the plot twist. Your brain cannot tell the difference. Your neurons fire the same way they would during a real friendship. It is like talking to a cardboard cutout and still getting butterflies. There is no mutuality, no shared emotional risk, just you, projecting connection onto pixels. Meanwhile, the algorithms, those silent puppet masters, are curating your feed with surgical precision. But they are not feeding you love and belonging. They are slipping you a slow drip of envy, comparison, and insecurity. That travel vlogger's perfect life, that fitness influencer's flawless body, that tech bro who accidentally became a millionaire. Each swipe adds another layer to the quiet isolation. You are surrounded by people, and yet it has never been easier to feel like you do not belong. Okay, deep breath. Let us not end this psychological autopsy on a funeral note. There is a way out, but it is not some magical app or productivity hack. It is behavioral science 101. Start small, schedule face-to-face time, even awkward ones. Join interest-based communities offline. Send voice notes instead of texts. Your brain craves tone and nuance like a starving dog craves meat. Want to go hardcore? Try a dopamine detox. No mindless scrolling, no notifications for 48 hours. At first, your brain will scream like it just got ghosted, but slowly it recalibrates. You start enjoying silence. You remember what sunlight looks like. And for the love of serotonin, set some digital boundaries. Basically, you need to treat your phone like an emotionally manipulative ex. Keep it at a distance, do not answer after midnight, and definitely do not let it gaslight you into thinking you are not enough. One study from Harvard found that even small, consistent acts of in-person connection, like chatting with a barista or smiling at your neighbor, increase happiness levels more than getting 100 likes on a post. Your brain does not need perfection. It needs presence. So here's the truth bomb. You were never broken. You were just targeted. Your loneliness, your need for connection, your late-night doom scrolls, all of it became data. Predictable, profitable. Big tech did not invent your feelings, but it learned how to monetize them better than anyone. Because loneliness, it is no longer just a feeling, it is a market segment. But here's the twist. You do not have to subscribe. You can unplug, reconnect, and rewire how you relate to others. On your terms, not theirs. And that, ironically, might be the most rebellious thing you can do with a smartphone. Smash the like button like it's the last real connection you'll ever make. Or better yet, call a friend after this.